So here we're coming back to the registration page. Again, we've been here before. This is where you found the DARS report and the course schedules. This is uis.edu/registration. I just want to quickly note one other thing on here that I mentioned during the DARS report. Over on the left side, you'll see a link that says Forms. So Records and Registration Forms has a lot of things that you can do here. Change of curriculum if you wanted to add a minor or change minors or things like that. Here's the student petition form that I mentioned. And when you pull up a student petition form, you're actually able to put in a lot of general things. This is where we would put in requests to have the gen ed people look again at a course you thought should have been a gen ed. Sometimes if people have transferred in a math class which they want to apply to their upper division math, we can get approval through the math faculty, and that would just require a student petition to follow up. All of these are the same thing here. Name, UIN, type of request, there's a drop down, and here is a block where you can explain in your own words exactly what you want to have done. And you forward that to us, we'll get the signature of your advisor or the chair, whatever is appropriate. We'll forward it on to where it needs to go. So that's the petition form, and I also wanted to show you the course lists. So here's another one. uis.edu/general education. On the general education page, you're going to be able to find both gen eds and ECCEs on here. Scroll down a little bit, look for the semester course lists. Not the master one, but the semester course list. These will be specific to the semester that you're in, so they will show exactly what is offered right now. For instance, we're in fall 2015. Now on this semester course list, the gen eds are all at the top. You'll see that we do have the opportunity for you to get gen eds here if you came in deficient in some of those. There's let's see, there's your speech, oral communication. Actually, we do have one online section of speech right now, and I understand that you have to have a camera, a video camera obviously, to do that, and somebody that's willing to sit and listen to you speak. But you can do a speech class online if you're needing that one. These will say in parentheses, here's the composition classes. It'll say in parentheses if it's online. If it doesn't, then it is on ground. So one of these on ground ones, if you click onto schedule, it will say lecture discussion. It will have a place. This one is in the University Hall building. It will have a class time. If you're an online student, which is the majority of our math students, and you can only take online classes, don't sign up for any class that has a class time listed and a place, because that's not online. But these will always show you, specifically if they're online. It'll say that in parentheses. You can click on seats, and it will tell you how many seats there are in the class and how many have been taken, so you can see how many are available. If you're in late in registration and you need a class, it's likely that some of these will be filled up. Not all of you need gen eds. I'm going to skip down, and obviously none of you need mathematics gen eds. I mean, even your prerequisites will fill in that, so don't take any math gen eds. If we get past all of these sciences and stuff, there we go. Now once you hit this category that says U.S. Communities, you'll find that all of the classes from here on down will start with ECCE. They actually say that in the title, if they are approved to be an ECCE here at UIS. This is the easiest way to get all of your ECCEs in one place, so that you can review them and see which ones sound interesting to you. Otherwise, obviously these are from all sorts of different departments. CSC is computer science, CRJ is criminal justice. You would have to browse through the whole schedule to find the ECCE classes, but you go to the semester course list, they're all in one place here. U.S. Communities is the first one, and you'll see there are some that say online in parentheses. You can just begin to choose some of these things that look interesting to you. Not from this particular one, because this is fall 2015 and we're already halfway through the semester. But in the semester in which you want to begin, go ahead and browse that course list, and if anything sounds interesting and if it's an appropriate format for you, click on seats, see if there's something still available. Now, I believe Isaac, that we were just looking at the DARS a little bit ago, was a spring 2016 entry, and he's going to have to look at the spring 2016 course list when that comes out. He can begin registering for the spring in November. For the fall classes, you can begin registering much earlier than that. Beginning in April, you'll be able to register for the fall classes. So if you wait too late in registration, obviously, then you'll be left out of some of those classes. So the second ECCE category here is global awareness. There's some of these like roboethics. Those are going to fill up really fast early in the registration period. On down in engagement experience, you'll find that most of these are going to be research classes and applied study terms. You have to contact the people in those areas to get special permissions to get into those. And the very last thing on this page is the speaker series. This particular semester we have 6 sections of that going online right now. I'm going to move on to just a couple of other sites. Let's see, maybe 3 or 4 that I think you might be interested in before we end here. uis.edu/information technology services. I think that'll get us where I want to go. Okay. ITS is where you can find tech support. So you're going to want to have this on hand in case you run into technical problems. If you can't log in, if your Blackboard isn't working, you'll find on the ITS website you can locate support and find their contact information right here. They have a toll-free number. Their hours are actually pretty late during the semesters. They'll go up to 10 p.m. On Sundays, and it looks like they go to midnight Monday through Thursday. I wanted to show you one other thing here. If I can search this site. Have you ever heard of Lynda? Lynda.com is a useful resource for technology training. A lot of various software out there that's commonly used. If you just had a question on how to use it, Lynda.com gets you some short videos that are very explanatory. And I'm going to the lynda.com page at UIS here. Notice here it says log in to lynda.com, spelled with a Y. Use that. Don't go directly to the lynda.com website, because as a UIS student, you have free access to this. You can log in using your UIS credentials and get free access to all their tutorials. See, the other thing I wanted to mention here, just go to library.uis.edu, and this is a site that has far too much for me to explain right here. Set aside a block of time and explore all the things that you can do in the library, because as a student you have access to all of this. If you're in Illinois, look on this little iShare link. You can not only get materials from the UIS library directly or from a distance, but you have access to I believe 84 different libraries within Illinois. You can use them with your iCard. There's they got a map there. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of them, especially up north in Chicago. Tons of libraries that you can access with your iCard. You can just go in there and use it, like you're a member of their library. I'm just going to hit uis.edu/career. And the Career Services, or the Career Development Center, which is what they call it now, this is something that will be of great interest to you, and I highly recommend it to anybody who's going to want to go on into a career, maybe doing something with what you've learned here. This is a huge site. There's so much to explore, but just set aside a block of time and go in and click on all of these things here and see what they have to offer you. There is a great value in doing this early. Don't wait until your last semester and then start looking at career services. You can do this stuff. You can get a lot of connections, get a lot of resources. You can learn things from them. You can have access to their databases. Do that from your very first or second semester. Good to get in there early. Let's see. And I think the last thing I want to mention to you is quick links up here at the top. This is on any page, the UIS homepage, math page. We're here at the Career Development Center page, but you click on quick links and it pulls up a lot of things that will be of interest to you. There's Blackboard, is where you log into Blackboard. When you sign up, if you're like Isaac Newton here and you've got a 2016 spring entry, it's now say November and you've got in there early, you've signed up for some classes. You click on Blackboard and you want to see your classes. There's not going to be anything in there. It shows up the first day of classes. So don't be really surprised when you've signed up for classes and they're not there yet. Just wait till the first day. iCard, if you want to use a student iCard where you are, you might want to request one to be sent to you. Webmail. This is where you log into your student email account. Now, if you are still using a personal account, understand that you're not going to get all of the official information sent there. Things that are going out from the university are going into your student account, so you should be looking at that. I mean, I'll still I'll respond to your personal account if that's what you send to me from, but you need to start getting into the official email. Bookstore. And do this before your classes start, obviously, because you're going to have things sent to you. If you're an online student doing this from a distance, you can log into the bookstore here. Well, you don't actually have to log in. You just go in there and plug in the name of the classes that you signed up for. It should tell you what books are required for that class. And those should also show up on the bookstore website within a month before classes actually begin. So that's about all I want to show you right now. As a reminder, there's a lot more things that I'm sure you'll have questions about. Send an email to me. If you'd like to discuss your personal situation, look over your DARS report or whatever, send it to me at snyder.john@uis.edu, and have a good day.